Well, good evening. For a couple of times we've had this screen, and another night we had to reschedule our previous event due to popular demand. And no, I'm joking. It was this wonderful network of South Africa that we had to unfortunately rerun the race. We had too many DCs in the race, and the call was made to do the race over. So thanks again for coming over and joining us, and hopefully you're going to be sitting on the edge of your seat again. Mad Max by Donkey, welcome. Let's hope everything is going to go smoothly tonight. We just have Brandon Williams, still a bit of a high ping. We know he was on the line with his network. Captain Slow, good evening and welcome to the event. So let's hope, cross fingers, hold thumbs, grace my tone, fold my arms, whatever we need to do to get this network stable for tonight. I see Frans Stoffberg is also a little bit in the orange, so I'm really hoping this is going to kick off correctly. We are at Kyalami, so let's quickly jump over to... they're still busy with the warm-up. There is no qualifying, so we kept to the qualifying of the previous race because there was no DCs in the qualifying. So we are going to be jumping straight into the race in the next minute and a half. But yes, as you can see, Kyalami hasn't changed for a long while. Then again, thank you very much Simulator Cave for sponsoring us for the year on every event that LNR is hosting, as well as the rest of our sponsors. Yeah, we're in August and we are looking forward to the next couple of races, which is going to be awesome and fun. Captain Slow in the network say, yeah, near kakkies, my chong kakkies. But yes, we are going to hopefully pull it through today. Yay, yes. Laho's Auto, Cellular City, Legacy, Emergency Specialists, Virtual Assist Pro, Mazda, Volvo, BV Repairs, and TPS. Thank you very much. So this is the last round of MSA. This will crown your console winner for the year. Mad Max, yes, you can do a manual grid. We do that usually on the endurance events as well. That if the server from game also DC's whole game crashes, then we can actually reload everybody manually. There is a way to do it. Sometimes it takes a while to get 30 guys reloaded on the grid, but it is definitely possible. And that's why some leagues has got 2 or 3 admin guys working on the server. Alrighty, so these guys are jumping out on track for warm-up lap. Captain Slow, yes. Well, you know, there's so much you can do again with that. We have done starting qualifying, and then we do a reverse grid, so the slowest guy will then be in first position on the race. So, you know, you give everybody a fair chance. We've done that with the Janetta Cup, some GT4 races, we've done that. Yeah, so that is definitely possible. Do things like that, but like I said, your admin really needs to know what they're doing. Alrighty, I really hope that Brandon would not switch on the microwave at home, and I hope he is wired at least. Okay, so let's hope everything else is going to work out brilliantly tonight. Not too sure why it shows Freaky number 1. That doesn't make sense whatsoever, but anyway, most probably some server issues. We know the previous race, Shanahan and Brandon Williams had a good fight throughout the hour. And yeah, so let's hope everything else is going to work out perfectly as the guys are chasing down to the mine shaft. BMW versus Lexus. We're going to hopefully have a great race. Let's hope that this Freaky guy here at the top of the list is not going to jam the server. But as you see, they're going through Cheetah all the way to the last corner. And then we're going to be having green lights all the way around. Righty, are you guys ready like I am for the next hour? Who is going to be first in the first corner? Lexus VM versus BM. Both great drivers in the front. Whole season for LNR and MSA.
Green light, go, go, go.
Here we go. We are green, green, green. Ooh, already a little bit of a touch. Captain Slow Max, if you guys pick up any sound issues, just let me know. Must I put it louder? Ooh, another touch by Brandon. Not too sure what the strategy is for that. They were a little bit side by side. Don't know if the tires were cold. But let's see. I'm so used to having at the PC with a mouse. Now I need to go back to my remote. Welcome to console, right? Righty, these two guys are heading it off already. Rousseau is chasing down Jan Buitendag. I don't want to miss the action. Shanahan and Brandon definitely breaking away from the rest of the pack. Followed by Dean Kutsia. Frans Stoffberg, good old faithful Ferrari. And then we've got the two Astons at the back. That will be Andre and Don Samurai. Just falling in line here for the first lap. As the two leaders gunning it here. I think we had more or less the same race. Previous one where Brandon was also a little bit in the front, pushing hard, while Shanahan with the Lexus. Happy with the setup, hopefully. Nothing has changed. We do give the drivers a fair chance so that everything can happen as it should. Push up the volume a little bit. Hoping that's better. Righty, these two guys. Okay. So fourth on the grid and first for the class. Okay. Jaja, welcome. Let me put it a little bit louder here. Guys shout at me. How does that sound? Thanks, Jojo. As you can see. Oh, Mr. Rousseau overshoots, missing his braking marker. Back on track. Followed by the two Astons. Shanahan 6 of a second behind Brandon, followed by Jan in his good old faithful McLaren. Ooh, lost the sausage curve, my chum. On the brakes. Always have to be on the brakes. Getting out of the way. Unfortunately, that sausage curve is not your friend at all. Okay, JP, good to see you online again. Okay, no pressure here. And we know that meneer Kutsia, Dean Kutsia, can handle the pressure. Yeah, no, did he really have a good save? Left, right, he should have just stayed on the brakes. Alrighty, Brandon and Shanahan, a little bit of a gap. The only thing is, with that little bit red ping, I don't know if he is flickering around for Shanahan. That's why maybe they didn't have the touch there in the beginning. They couldn't see each other. Let's hope the ping will come down for Brandon. Alrighty, Mr. Rousseau making a little bit of a comeback there after a little bit of a brake marker misjudge at Leeuwkop. Right, are you guys happy with the sound now? Does it sound a little bit better? Give us a shout. Alrighty, a little bit further back. Not too sure what happened with France. I think the leaderboard still needs to update because it looks like, oh no, Don already had a pit stop. Little green marker there. Okay. Alrighty, big gap between Shanahan and Dean Kutsia. But Jan is definitely chasing down Dean. Jan's still trying to make up a little bit. No problem, Captain. I'm just thinking Jan here trying to go over the curbs. I don't know. McLaren is hier gemaakt vir curbs nie. Let's see if he's going to put the pressure on Dean. But we know Dean can handle a lot of pressure. Righty, the rest of the guys are spread out evenly. The leader is catching Frans Stofberg very early in the race. Righty, let's jump on board here. I'm pressing a lot of buttons again. Back to console. There we go, Captain Slow. How does that sound? Let's stick to a lap with Brandon Williams. Fastest is a 142. I know practice before, and the guys were doing 141s. Hop op spinnekop. Ja, ek sal niks sê vir Jannie, maar okay. Bouncy it is. Alright, great. Thanks, Captain Slow, for your feedback. Alrighty, so these guys are really enjoying themselves tonight. I must say Johannesburg is a little bit cold. Captain Slow, now that you're talking about the sound, how does the quality look as well? We're really trying to get it as at the highest quality, at the best streaming we can. So yeah, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on that one as well. Okay, let's jump to Shanahan. Just missing the sausage curb. .142.2, hundredths of a second behind Brandon on lap time. Hello Spikes, welcome, thanks for joining. Welcome to the last MSA rescheduled race, where we have Brandon and Shanahan fighting it out for first position. Ooh, getting a little bit of grass there. They are catching up to Frans Stoffberg, who had a bit of an incident. These guys have still got 15 minutes to go with one pit strategy. Spikes, yes, thank you very much. Captain Slows everywhere. Yeah, the more the merrier. You guys must let us know when you guys are racing as well, and we'll pop in on your YouTube channel and say hi to everybody. Is France going to help Shanahan close the gap a bit? Ooh, oh fast papa, ons ry op die gras. No, France is ducked to the left for Brandon to make the pass. Bigger gap here between first and second position. I think France will also just duck to the left. There we go, thank you France. Righty, let's jump back to... I need to do this quick. Alrighty, so Brandon still in the lead with a purple 142. Followed by Shanahan. Dean 10 seconds behind. These two guys are having a bullet on for the front. Jan is a second and a half behind Dean, followed by Joshua So, Andre Jordan. Ricky here, definitely his ooh, I see some battle scars here on the Ford. Freaky, just keep it on track, Mitchell. Further down, Frans Stoffberg, and then we have got Don. Should also be a lap down, but he is still here, and we are all racing. Brandon Williams taking a bigger gap here from Shanahan. Not too sure what the setup is for the Lexus and the BM. Hoping Shanahan can close that gap and push hard. A Jordan is a Jordan, I'll say. Thanks Captain Slow for being a great supporter of the SA guys. Okay, gaps are growing a little bit bigger here. Jan's falling behind Dean. Dean is falling behind Shanahan. just some feedback and support from the other guys. We had a fantastic league versus league, SA versus the Americans on console the weekend, and it was really awesome racing. And we're trying to keep our console racing alive for as long as we can. Alrighty, I don't know where the action is. Mr. Jordan just pushing to get the laps in. Not too sure where Freaky had a little bit of an incident, or a wall, or a pit marker, or whatever on that Ford. But I don't really see that he's catching up to Don the Sniper, and Don the Samurai in some games and Sniper in the other. Shanahan 2.6 seconds behind Brandon. Dean, that gap is bigger to 11. Then we've got a bigger gap between Dean and Jan, 2.3. Evenly spread out. I don't know if somebody's waiting for anybody just to make a mistake tonight. Captain Slow, yes, everybody else had a good race on the weekend. We're looking forward to the last one for League versus League, also here on Kyalami, for a lacquer driver swap, 3-hour endurance race, and hopefully I will have another keeping it back on track. Mr. Shanahan, oh fast Papa. So yeah, if everybody wants to come and join the evening, I think it is the 12th of September, Saturday, we will be hosting that event, and looking forward to that. And then we've also got our season 4 club race starting in October. We've got some endurance races in between, and finishing up a Ford Mustang Cup, which we're going to give out lacquer Ford merchandise to our drivers. So yeah, please stay tuned, like and share our YouTube feed, and make sure that you are notified on every race going on forward. Always good to watch. Righty, Brandon still with the fastest lap, done 9 laps in. Shanahan, and the gap is growing slowly but surely. Everybody, I think, is just here to finish properly. Who's in the pits? Freaky is in the pits. Hopefully he's getting it fixed completely, and hopefully clearing his pit stop as well. Now he can go flat out for the next 42 minutes of the race, all the way to the end. France unfortunately cannot unlap him, but that is what it is. First and second positions definitely not getting any traffic, as they are heading over to the second sector of the track, followed by Freaky, who's cleared his pit stop. Maybe he'll gain a place or two. '93. Jan definitely pushing the McLaren as hard as he can. need to go back to the points. Captain Slow, yeah, we don't know what his setup is like. Is he going to be struggling in the last 10 minutes of the race if he did new tires? So, yeah, you know, every driver for himself as long as the pit stop is cleared correctly. Points standings. 11 laps in. Yo, this gap is growing between Shanahan and Brandon. We definitely had a lot more action on the previous race. I just need to fall back on the point standings. See exactly where they would finish. I go quiet, I do apologize. Oh, I can go back to our sim grid. Page. Now to find it. Okay. How is Dean? 25. Dean catching up to France. Okay, so Shane Kutzer obviously could not join us for the last two races. He has abandoned our console league, but he has put up a very big fight throughout every race. Second position is according to this sim grid. We've got Jan Buitendag, followed by Johan Shanahan. He did have a DNS on the third race, unfortunately. Followed by Dean Kutsia. He had a DNF also on race 3. But race 4 and 5, he had two great races, ended second position. But yes, then followed by Brandon, which had a DNS on race 4 and a DNF race 5. So unfortunately that has happened, and we don't have Charles the medic in tonight either. There's the driver we are missing, unfortunately. Not too sure if he's on standby tonight. Charles, our medic, or LNR. We miss you on track tonight, bro. Spikes, graphics, well, I'm glad if you like that. We've really tried to obtain as much as we can from a console point of view over to YouTube channel. You know, you can only enhance so much, and we don't have all the lacquer buttons and views as PC, but we try and make it work with what we have. Thanks for that feedback. Righty, back to the points, jumping to AM class. Joshua Rousseau leading on 240, followed by Frans Stoffberg on exactly the same points. They have been showing first, second and third throughout race 1 to race 5. followed by Andre Jordan with only 6 points behind them, and then Donovan Lahore with 226 points in 4th position for the AM class. These guys, there we go. Unfortunately, Brandon Williams has DC'd. I'm hoping he's going to be able to jump back. So yeah, that is the higher DC. Unfortunately, higher DC, higher ping, and our lovely network. Unfortunately, I really hope his missus didn't switch on the microwave. But okay. So Shane is then in the lead. We got a spin here from Freaky. Captain Slow. Yes. Joshua is in the AM class. Leading points for that. Yes. Unfortunately, we had to do the whole driver thing, and unfortunately the lap times came down to that. Okay. Come Brandon, jump back on. Okay. And I was really looking forward to Shanahan and Mr. Williams having a good battle. Shanahan obviously lap 14 pushing hard. He could see 17 seconds behind him. Jan Buitenbach also has that little bit of a gap between them, followed by Mr. Rousseau. Let's quickly have a look. Oh, they're all catching up to Frans Stoffberg. Frans moving to the side. Brandon, thanks for joining the YouTube channel. Sorry about that, bro. Do you want to jump into the Discord channel maybe? Have a chat here live on stream if you want to. But yeah, you have had that high ping from the start, unfortunately. And you were making a big gap there between you and Shanahan. Okay. As Brandon, I see Don and Dean is in the same voice channel. Let's see if we can utilize another channel. We've got so many darn channels here. Who's in the SDR? Okay, that one is occupied. I can always ask the guys just to put their mics on mute while you want to jump into there. So give me a second.
No, I think he's streaming, eh?
Hello.
Oh, we're all live. There we go. Okay.
We're all live. Don, can I just ask you to mute for me and Dean as well for that fan of yours, please?
Okay, will do.
Give me 1 second.
Right. Alrighty, we are back online with Dean on the main straight. Brandon, you here? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes. Good evening.
Oh, my brew. I'm so sorry about that network.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, only picks it up now up for the race. So I tried, but yeah, I knew it'd give up.
Yeah, I can hear your mic is breaking up big time as well. No problem. Good to have you online for a little short while. Take us through your race.
Interesting start. Yeah, I knew the plan was just to give him a very tight squeeze into turn one, and that allows me to get a good faster exits, and yeah, managed to get it done. Yeah, and then I just yeah, dropped the anchor and just kept going. And yeah, it was interesting. It was nice. It was nice putting in those collie laps up until internet just said, nah, not today.
Enough is enough. But it seemed like you and Shanahan a little bit of a nudge there in the beginning. I don't know if he didn't see you, maybe due to the ping, or you just kept your line.
At turn one or turn two?
Just before turn two.
Oh yeah. I think he came across onto me because I was pretty much on the curb.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, holding line. So yeah, it was yeah, he had to go for it. So yeah, kudos to him.
Fantastic. Then Brandon, let me just quickly double check here.
We are at the halfway mark.
Halfway mark. Okay, cool beans. Obviously you started off good. Third position race 1, second position race 2, third race you ended second as well. Then you had a DNS and then you had a DNF, and then we got another one unfortunately for this race.
Womp womp. Yeah, man, it is what it is. Unfortunately, you know, the DNFs are out of my control. Yeah, I think for this season I went with the BMW. That was a new car for me. It was interesting to get to grips with. But funny enough, I think the biggest change for me that I had this season, I just got a new TV, and yeah, I think it made a massive difference. But yeah, but the car was good. It's just it wasn't fast in the places that I needed against the Lexus. So kudos to Shanahan. He was quick where he needed to be.
Yeah, looking at that TV of yours, is it bigger or smaller, bro?
Bigger.
You think there's a little bit of a delay there?
So the new TV's got 144 hertz refresh rate. Now I know the game doesn't output it that, but I am convinced there's time that was gained because of it. Yeah, because I expected to be, or Shannon to be closer to me today, and yeah, for some odd reason I can just break much later than I could the last time you raced here, and turn in quicker and that stuff. So
Okay,
I've got to give credit to the hardware.
fantastic. Well, thanks a lot for joining us. Unfortunately, due to a DC, yeah, you know, welcome to South Africa.
Nah, I'll have to thank Vox for that. They really messed me with this. But yeah, man, it's been great racing in the series. It's been great having the battles with the lads here and there. And yeah, look forward to the next one.
Tell me something, Brandon. PMR, have you downloaded the game yet? What is your plans going on forward?
Oh, mate, to be honest, the next step for me would be going PC.
Okay.
LMU, ACC, PC. PC is just the way to go, unfortunately. Also love to try iRacing, so I'd be lying if I said I'm even interested in PMR.
Well, at least on PMR we can mix the console and the PC together, so we're not going to lose you completely.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, so there we go.
Yeah.
If the game's good, If it's just as good as ACC or better, then it's something I can look into. But yeah, unfortunately, having had a taste of LMU last week or 2 weeks ago, yeah, the body, that's what the soul wants.
Well, Brandon, thanks again for joining in, and all of the best of luck to you and the little one and the new face there at home. So I hope you will have a good
Yes,
evening,
please.
Yeah.
and
No.
we'll chat to you soon.
And just a
Yeah,
quick one,
and
Brandon. We
yes,
actually
sir.
gonna be running LMU soon in LNR,
Oh, there we go.
so you'll still be around.
I'll still be around, still be around. Gents, before I leave, I must say, really, on the streams, well done, mate. I don't think people give you enough credit, so kudos to you, well done, and trust me, well, I appreciate it, and I'm sure the lads do. And obviously to Eleanor, you done all the guys. Thanks for having us and hosting what is a very, very good event. I just hope it gets bigger and better, and it will. So yeah, boys, well done.
Brandon, thank you
Yeah,
for
and
that positive feedback.
yeah, and thanks to you, the drivers that helped make this year. That's the reason
We
why we
try.
will do it. It's
Yeah,
for
man, we
you
try.
guys.
We appreciate it, man. We appreciate it. Well, guys, I'll be out.
Fantastic.
Take care.
Thanks a lot, Brandon. Let us jump back online here. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yes.
Alrighty. That is from our own alien Brandon Williams. Righty, back to racing. I know that Dean and Jan jumped into the pits. And obviously, Andre, there we go, jumping to the pits as well. So let's see what the gap difference is between these two. 5 seconds. I don't know. Did Jan maybe put in a little bit more fuel? But yeah, further down, Mr. Rousseau hanging in there. Andre Jordan, Joshua, 234 points, 240 points. Yeah. We do need to work out the points correctly. Righty, so everybody has cleared their pit stop. Unfortunately, I haven't. I'm still sitting at Cheetah at the moment, checking that everybody's clearing that sausage curb while they're coming down the mine shaft. Righty, so Shanahan well ahead. There we go. Into the pits. 23 minutes left of this race. And just, yeah, I don't think he's got any worries. 48 on the track over there. Dean is still on the second sector. Mr. Spikes, that is correct. We are looking into a couple of things from Alanar's point of view. For LMU, for PMR, and so forth. So, yeah, definitely looking at a couple of options. And also working hand in hand with MSA again for next year. So there's a couple of things that we will announce, hopefully before December, if everything works out correctly. Again, a lot of admin work goes into this, and we obviously have to chat to our sponsors again for next year. So yes, new things. If not, why not? Okay, so back to the racing. Shanahan cleared his pit stop. He is catching Freki. I can see some battle scars again. Let's keep it on track, Freki. Followed by Don. Driving Miss Daisy. Unfortunately, France had a little bit of an incident. I know Him and Joshua So had a good battle on the previous race as well. Max. Yeah, I still don't know why they put me in the Honda on the server as a spectator. I mean, I know, I think they just needed a Honda on the leaderboard. But yeah, no cutting grass for me tonight. Like I said, you'll see me there under my gazebo at Cheetah, just smiling and waving. Alrighty, so Shanahan has done 22 laps. 20 seconds behind him is Dean Kutsia. Good old consistent driver. Jan has fallen even more behind, 8 seconds behind Dean. Here we go. AMG, that will be the Mercedes next season. Well, we're looking forward to the new season as well. And then hopefully to a great year-end function again here in the East Rand. Guys would come and join for our Alan R year-end function. Righty. Meneer Jordan currently 5th position and 2nd in class. So he'll be catching up. He'll most probably take 2nd position away from France. And Joshua will definitely take 1st position for AM class. Shanahan. Yes, you can't be on track without a braai at Kyalami. It's just, you can't. That is the truth. Nick, Captain Slow. Righty. See, now I want to move everything with the remote instead of the mouse. Righty, so Shanahan. Need to double check the points. Shanahan takes the win here. Will he out jump Jan Buitenbach, who's lying second on the leaderboard? Dean Kutsia will catch up there. I don't know how big that gap is. Let's quickly jump in there. Hoeveel tyd is oor? 18 minutes and 20 seconds of this race. The guys are evenly spread out. There's not really any battles at the moment. I think it's every guy for himself at the moment. Focus, flat out, brake markers, keep the car on track. Yeah, unfortunately. I'm also now just quickly checking here online, see if I can work out a scorecard. Guys, you only know about a barbecue. Yeah. Like any braai. A Spikes Alan Art Discord link. Yes, that should be. I can try and share that with you right now. I just want to quickly check out our points standing. MSA. Here we go. Standings. He won 36 points, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Let's see, Don and Freaky. Don is one lap down, but he is not too far behind Freaky. Yeah, let's leave that sausage curb, my chum. I'm hoping that Frans Stoffberg is eventually finding his groove in the Ferrari. Righty, Joshua Rousseau, 4th position overall, first in class. Oh, thanks, Captain. I was going to share it here now. I'm just trying to work out the points here for the final. Right, Shanahan has got fastest lap. As you can see, 141.8. On lap 24. As you can see, the averages are actually 142s straight through. Here and there, there's obviously a red one. But well done to these guys, keeping the pace, keeping on track. What is the gap now between Shanahan and Dean? Okay, unfortunately, Brandon Williams, DC, and Charles the medic, they could unfortunately not race tonight. Telephone, let me take a picture here. But I don't... Righty. One lap. No, you need to reset. 26 seconds behind Shanahan, which is quite big. 14 minutes left of this race. Okay. P136. Young is P3. He's got 25 points. Thanks, Spike. Thanks, Captain Slow, for that information given through there. Oh, Freaky going off again on the brakes, keeping on the inside of the track, not jumping back. I think he did hit the curb maybe a little too fast, and as Mad Max said, that it looks a little bit unstable. But it is what it is. Is een 30 punten. No, Jan Buitenbach is most likely going to take the win. According to the points, we'll just double check with admin. Okay. Jan Buitendag. Guys doing their best here. Your Joshua Rousseau, You can see that BM has got a little bit of a battle scar here and there. Meneer Jordan, 1 lap down, second in AM for this race. Did we lose another driver? Okay. I must say there is nothing like the sound of an Aston. Let's be on board with Mr. Don Lahore, the samurai. He's like driving Miss Daisy over here. We got Freaky jumping out from the pits again. Looks like he hit the brakes there. He's way clear for that exit. A little bit more on the inside there. There we go. So if everything else is going to be working out, let's stick to Don for a lap or two. Sorry for the quiet. I need you to listen to the Aston down the mine shaft. Going a little bit wide, giving Dean the inside. He's not given up, as Don will have 1 or 2 blue flags. There we go. Hello and goodbye, Ford. Righty, here's the other Aston of Andre. I'm going to look at the quality in the mirror. Great, ne? Great. Righty. Ferrari it is. Thanks for France for sticking it out here. In 7th position. All alone. Hats off to you as well. Here we go. McLaren it is. Base lap 142.6. Dean Kutsia in the Ford, 2nd position, 32 seconds behind Shanahan. Did Shanahan eventually dial in that Lexus to get to the faster lap times? It doesn't look like he is in a hurry. Okay. Becky here in 8th position. On the BM, not that you can see anything in the BM because their mirror is so big. They need to watch the whole track. Can I say that? Oh, I just did. Okay. And I think this is definitely going to be our AM winner for MSA event. We've got 6 minutes left of this race. Mr. Rousseau's fastest lap was 1:43.065 for the last hour. Here is our leader, Mr. Shanahan. 1:41.7 is his fastest. $1:41.820. It's 100s off his fastest lap. I think he's now eventually got that dialed in. Righty, let's jump back to five minutes left. Luckily, there's no rain, only sunshine at Kyalami. And I can't say that for the next event here because we don't know. Jan pushing hard. 76, he's got Don behind him, and that's definitely not for position. "31 laps so far, no major incidences except for one or two self-inflicted barriers or missing a brake marker rather than braking on the markers. But well done to these guys. We have had an awesome season straight through. Kaylin, welcome to the chat. We had to restream this race and re-race the race due to DCs and a little bit of a bigger change to the standings on this race. And unfortunately, Brandon Williams had a DC due to high ping. Break out again. Yes, I see he's left the lobby. Not too sure what, where. We know he also had network issues on the previous one. Didn't see a spike, but it is what it is. 3 more minutes left of this race. Shanahan leading, followed by Dean Coetzee, followed by Jan Buitendag, Joshua Rousseau, Andre Jordan, Dan Laheur and Frans Stoffberg, and myself all the way in last position. I'll be moving to the pit stand very soon to hand out a glass of water to some of these drivers. I'm sure they are warmly dressed here in Johannesburg, where it's still a bit cold. Not dishing out coffee tonight. Righty. .2 seconds between Dean and Jan. That was 8.5 a couple of laps ago. I'm not too sure who picked up the pace or who misjudged the corner there. Not too sure how you guys feel about Lekker koud hier in Roodepoort. Spikes, yes, dis oral koud, Bella. Verstaan nie hoekom nie. Sun was out today. I'm also working not far from you, and it was actually quite a great day out. The moment you step into the shade, dan is hy koud. And from 6, you don't want to be outside here in Johannesburg. 5.4. There is 1 minute left, so Mr. Shanahan will be completing one more lap, most probably 2. Yeah, he's definitely got it dialed in now. He's not going wide there on Cheetah like he previous did.
Okay, the leader
There
is
we
on the
go.
final lap now. Give it all you can.
Shall we stick with Shanahan with the last lap? Yeah, at Kyalami. Nou moet ek die regte knoppie kry. There we go. That's a great view for Kyalami if you haven't raced here yet. Mad Max, no problem. I'll be here with the streaming as long as I can. Still trying to get behind my own rig every now and then. It does not interfere with Alan R and MSA. But thank you for always being online, keeping me occupied as well. As you can see, the lines of Juan Shanahan is just dialed in. There we go. Last corner, finish line. It is Shane taking the win at Kyalami.
The leader has finished the race.
The fastest lap, 141.7. Near. I need to get to that button. Console, Rudy console. Alrighty. Further down the track, we have got Dean Kutsia. Going to be taking second position. Leave the sausage curb. Daar sy right. Followed by Jan. And then Joshua So taking fourth position and first in class for AM. There we go. Daar's 'n bietjie gras net terwyl ons kan. Further down the track, Mr. Jordan. Down Lukop, down the mine shaft, all the way to the pits. Ach, the pits, hoor nou vir my. Start finish line. It's been awesome racing the whole season for MSA, and hopefully we will see you guys for the next one. But we'll share all the details, Discord and our WhatsApp groups, web page, etc., if any movements going on forward for next year. There we go. That is the final standings of this race, and I'm hoping that everybody else would quickly jump onto the final point standings just to make sure that everything else is going to be working out perfectly. Unfortunately, we did have a DC from Brandon Williams, Breaky, not too sure, and unfortunately Charles the medic could not join us. And then a big shout out to our sponsors, Simulator Cave this year so far, fantastic. Save the highlights quickly. And if you need anything, sim racing, simulator, flight simulating things, Pat from Simulator Cave is the right guy to chat to. And then again, thank you very much for all our sponsors so far. During the course of the year, we are looking to end the year off with a bang and then start off with another bang as well. So that is a big thank you to them. Hoping that it saved all the highlights. Am I sure? Yes, I am. Jump in. See the commentating box is filling up nicely. Gallery. Sky. And this was the start where we had the Lexus and the BM touchy there. And thanks, Captain Slow. And first corner, all clean. And then we had another little touch here. Boom. Unfortunately. And then from there, Brandon had definitely opened the gap until he DC'd. But Shannon definitely didn't give up the fight. As you can see, he was definitely pushing to catch up, followed by Jan Buitendag in the McLaren. Let's check here. There we go. This is where Jan tried to keep it together as long as he could. And we had to let the guys through. Where Dean made the pass, unfortunately hitting the sausage curb and taking it from there. Righty, let us join the Discord channel quickly. I'm hoping that the guys not swearing at the moment.
Allemaal
Oh. Try and Joshua self else.
Als je het gezien is, lekker aan Jol en...
Hallo, Rudy.
Hallo daar.
I don't know which France is loaded.
Van Frans.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just for a second. I'll join you guys from 100.
Okay.
We'll do confirmation shortly.
Thank you. Alrighty, so let's quickly jump back here. I do apologize about that sound, maar Discord maak bietjie vir ons interessante tye. Righty, and there you can see our leader again finishing up on lap 36 in the Lexus. While waiting for the final points standings for our MSA event. Let's quickly AM class. We have got Joshua Rousseau, Frans Dofberg and Andre Jordan. I'm thinking that Andre has jumped up in the AM class second, if I'm not mistaken. As we watch the start of the highlights again. Actually want to see if I cannot change you see how the rest of the field went through. There was a lot of door-to-door action on the first lap, as Dean definitely made up some positions. I think this is where Joshua most probably overshot there at the top at Leeuwkop. Okay. Double check my phone here. Working on it. Okay, cool beans. Righty, back to the pros. We see Shane has unfortunately left us. Looks like Jan. Looking at Jan again, keeping that McLaren on track, sideways, left to right, but it is there. He kept it all together. And obviously not trying to go onto the grass. Because the moment you hit the grass, it is over and out. Righty, so Dean, obviously he moved up as well, but I don't think he's close enough with the points. So it is all Jan or Juan. I think with a better finish here with Jan for the second race, or the recapped or rescheduled race, he'll most probably take the win for MSA, followed by Juan short on his heels. I think was most probably 8 or 9 point difference there between the two. And then followed by Dean. That's unfortunately. And Charles, who could not join us tonight. But yeah, there we go. There's Freaky hitting the grass, going off track, hitting the wall, keeping it there so that all the rest of the guys could pass, as you can see. Yeah, is nie lekker nie. Comes back on track. Broken forward. The last lap again. Is ons nou reg? Okay. So jump into the lobby again. Hopefully they're not going to shout at me now again. We jump back into our Discord channel. Hello everybody.
Hello.
Hello, Rudy.
What did I do now? Standings. Okay. Ready? Ready? I want to take a picture quickly for you.
Fantastic.
For the final standings.
I see.
This is your pro. I sent it in the group, and then your
I like the drops over there. I hope it's not running into the bath.
Okay, there we go. So the results for both are there, ready?
Fantastic.
You can see on your WhatsApp.
I have got that. At least we got all 3 pro drivers in the lobby. And we've got Andre in here. We've got France. Yeah, France is nie in die lobby nie. Joshua should be here. Joshua is here.
Ja, ek is hierso.
Yep.
Yes, ek is hier.
Okay, let's quickly get France in the lobby. There we go.
I'll give you the race results. I'll send it to you now.
That's on the same group there, Don. Wie kort ons nog hierso? Iemand nie. France, welcome. Daar sê hallo.
Okay, that's Pro M. And then, what did I do?
Okay, where would we start? Can we start with the AM guys?
For the race, yeah.
For the race.
The race results sent here.
Yeah. Righty. For tonight's race, Mr. Joshua So, fourth position overall and first in AM. Tell us about your race.
Well, really, first lap was incident free, which we're all always happy for. I think on about the third lap, I ate a bit too much of that bratwurst that lies there on the second last corner. But other than that, fairly uneventful race. I was all by myself for the bigger part of it. But yes, everything went smoothly and no major incidents. Pit stop went down well. Tires held out. Fuel, I had to adjust the fuel a little bit, but nothing major. And yeah, that was the end of it.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on that. And then we have had fifth position and second overall for tonight's event, Meneer Jordan.
Really, yeah, no, started off nice. I was hanging back for the first corner because I quali lost anyway, so I was hanging back and went through that first corner, and then just before the lap finished, checking my rearview mirror. Well, I see France spin out, and I try and miss him, and I see in my rearview mirror, here comes Donovan, speeding down, hitting him solid. His car flying through the air. I could see his exhaust, or the bottom part of his exhaust system. And yeah, from there, it was a quiet race. Believe it or not, at some point I wished for rain just to make things a little bit more exciting. But no, it was good. It was good overall.
Fantastic. Don, you took sixth position overall for the race tonight and obviously third in position for tonight. Yeah, and like Andre said, you know, you had a lucky encounter there.
Yeah, no, it was the days of thunder rule of thumb didn't actually work. Where they said aim for where the car was, it's not going to be there. Is what I did. Unfortunately, France was still there. And then I became fly chef airborne. Fortunately, I managed to reverse the car into the pit lane. Got into the pits, and then I decided to do my pit stop one time, fill the car up. So I was actually running on a full tank from the second lap, I think it was, after the incident. Um, so yeah, no, it was going good. It was a tough race. Well done to everyone. Well done to Andre, Josh, for your P1 and P2. Well deserved. To France, sorry about that. About the contact, because I don't think you actually had any damage till I came along.
But
But yeah,
luckily you bumped me directly into the pit lane.
Yeah, corner pocket, eh? You see, I don't know how
Corner pocket.
But yeah, no, it was an awesome race. It was good. We enjoyed it.
Fantastic. And then over to the final standings, obviously for AM, Joshua Rousseau taking first position, followed by Frans Stoffberg in second position, followed by Andre in third for the total winnings of the MSA 6-round event for LNR. So it's been awesome. Thank you guys for that, and congratulations on first, second, and third. Frans, I think you haven't had the mic yet tonight. Do you want to share something with us?
Yeah, also pretty uneventful except for the end of lap one. But yeah, I can't say that I had a great race. I puffed myself up a couple times. Had a stupid pit stop strategy, and yeah, I made it to the end at least.
At least we had you on track. Well, thank you very much for sticking out with us.
Thanks.
Alrighty, nou moet ek weer in hierdie dingetjie ingaan. Over to the other guys, die klomp vinnige oudjies, né? Righty, so first place tonight again, Johan Shanahan in the Lexus, taking the win for tonight, followed by Dean Coetzee in the Ford, followed third position with Jan Buitenbach in the McLaren. Shanahan, you had a little bit of a tight squeeze with Brandon Williams there on the start.
Yes, no, we had a little bit of coming together on a two. I think he thought he was maybe a little bit further ahead than he was, so he gave me a little bit of a tap, but all good. His pace was quite quick the first stint. Struggled a lot with um, corner entry oversteer, so my rear wanted to slide out the whole time. But other than that, uneventful race after he unfortunately DC'd. But yeah, good.
Fantastic. Yeah, the beginning was actually quite, I was looking forward to another good battle like we had on the previous one. But unfortunately, yeah, networks does happen. Dean, straight to you. Obviously, a little bit of a touch and go on the first lap. And then I think Jan had a close call with the sausage curb, and you guys just stick it out and went onto the main straight.
Yeah, start wasn't bad, you know, but I think the guys that overtook me on the first lap, I think I went from third to sixth. And then, yeah, just sitting behind the Oaks the whole time. And then, yeah, Freaky had a whole incident with a curb. Jan as well. Well, not with a curb. He just tried to avoid his brother. And then I think it was from fifth, I went all the way back to third, which I wasn't complaining. And then from there on, it was a very boring race. Pit stop was perfect. And then now and then, Jan used to just let me know that he is there. But I just kept a gap between myself and him. But other than that, no, I think it was a brilliant season. And yeah, I can just hope next season will even be better.
We are definitely going to be fighting for that better season next year. Yeah, between you and Jan, I know there was a gap of 8.5 seconds. Then it came down to 5. Then went back to 6, and yeah, everybody was just trying to keep it on track and pushing hard. Meneer Buitendag, how did that McLaren stick to the track tonight?
There you broke up.
Sorry, was it?
No problem. So start of the race, I went for the gap, first corner. I managed to keep, and yeah, then I actually tried to keep up with Shannon and them, but that's a bit of a tall order. And then yeah, it spat me out, and luckily I didn't have a major off. And every time, as soon as I get close, he gets away from me again. Lovely season, I enjoyed it. A lot of up and downs for me, just consistently finishing. Hats off to Shannon, because he actually dominated this season. Unfortunately for that one race, he couldn't make it. Hats off to him. It's really, that's all I can say. Stay there. I'm coming.
Jan, thanks for the info. Yeah, the line's also breaking, but we'll be pushing hard. Then over to the final standings. I just want to say congratulations to Jan Buitendag, who's taken first position for MSA, followed by Juan Shanahan, and third position Dean Kutsia, for the top 3 pro drivers on MSA for all 6 events. Fantastic, congratulations, and thanks for sticking it out with us for another a week longer. What is it? Nearly 2 weeks longer after the first incident with a lot of DCs.
Thanks to you guys also.
Well done, Jan. Well done, Dean.
Well done, Shannon. Donkey.
And
Congrats to everyone. Yes.
Thanks.
And I'm
sure
sure
Joshua.
I don't have the full points, but I think Juan and Jan has got very, very close. Don, maybe you can just give us the final score there. I think there's about 8 or 9 points difference between the first and second place, if it's even that much.
Now, 1 second, if you just bear with me. I'll set my PC.
No, we shoot bears with guns, Don.
Here you're with me.
We are bearing with you.
Okay, I'll just open it up on my phone quickly. I will be able to give you the results. Quick. Profile communities.
While Don is looking, but again, thank you very much, guys. We are looking forward to 2027, which we will hopefully know a little bit more exactly what is going to be planned for MSA and for the rest of L&R's events. So please stick with us, and we'll make you famous, né?
And really, thanks for your streaming. Thanks for always having videos and commentating on our races. It's lovely to check them next morning.
Jan, no problem. Yes, Don.
Okay, for the standings, the Pro Am, we got Josh with 290 points in first place, followed by France, 6 points behind at 284, and then Andre 2 points behind with 282, and then myself with 272. And then we will move on to the Pro class. Point standings. We got where am I? Jan with 270, Lennon with 250,
Okay.
Dean 232, Shane on 226, Brandon on 184, and Freaky on 121, and Charles 81.
Okay.
So
Well,
that's the final standards, yeah.
Don, thank you very much for that information. Yeah, what a race. We were definitely looking forward to another bumper to bumper action and not barrier to barrier, but we did have that as well. So again, thank you everybody that was on the YouTube channel. We had Captain Slow, we had Spikes, we had Mad Max, we had Charles popping in here in the last. We even had Kalen popping in as well. So again, thank you very much for joining and sharing and liking our channel. And then we will keep you guys informed. Watch this space. We will be racing soon. Again, we've got some endurance events coming up, and League versus League, and the Mustang Cup, and then the last season for L&R. So please stay tuned. And again, thank you to all our drivers, and we will chat to you guys very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rudy.
Good night.
Thanks, Rudy.
Cheers, everybody.
Have a good evening.
Thanks.
Alrighty, to all our spectators, thank you very much for dialing in and staying online with us for the last hour and 34 minutes. It's been awesome, and we are looking forward to the next one. So look out, like and share our channel, and be notified for the next race. And then we will chat to you guys soon.